Hey guys, this is the video that I mentioned a couple of weeks ago when I did my last video, my graphic novel haul that I ran across. This would have been a heck of a lot sooner, but shortly after I filmed my last video, I got sick as a dog, and I've just now recovered enough to where I feel like I can go ahead and make this video. So anyway, here goes. Just keep in mind, all of these, with the exception of one or two, I got for like $2. Anyway, I got Batman Detective Comics, Volume 5, Gothtopia. I haven't read a whole lot of the New 52 stuff, but, I mean, that's a hardback. And as you can see, it falls over, too. So I figured I'd pick this up and, read it for a couple bucks. It's, worth having. This one I was excited about. This is Volume 4, which is got the Wrath storyline. Any of you who are longtime comic fans know that the Wrath was introduced in a Batman special back in 1984. He's kind of the doppelganger for Batman. His origin is very similar. It's almost he's like what would have happened if Batman's origin had turned him bad. Anyway, pretty cool character. This it's hardback. I haven't taken the shrink wrap off of it yet. So anyway, I'm looking forward to reading that. Got Volume 3. Emperor Penguin. Again, for a couple of bucks, hardback. These were $30 books when they came out. So for $2-3. Also got Volume 2, Scare Tactics. I've already read this one. This one was actually pretty good. The art's great. The story sometimes left a lot to be desired, but anyway, like I said, couple bucks. Who cares? Got Showcase Presents Green Lantern Volume 2. This one, anyway, it reprints the Silver Age Green Lantern series. I've got Volume 1 and found this one, so thought I'd pick it up. This one is one that I didn't know existed. But when I saw this one, I snatched it up. This one is really, really cool, especially if you're a Kamandi fan, because this reprints all the old Atomic Knights stories from the early 60s. It reprints Hercules Unbound. It reprints some stories that were in Weird War Tales called, I think they were called The Day After. Like the day after the Great Disaster. I mean, this volume is really, really, really cool. Picked up Will Eisner, The Spirit, Femme Fatales. This reprints some of the reprints the newspaper strips from the 1940s where they introduced a lot of these female enemies for the Spirit. Pretty cool stuff. Picked up The Phantom Stranger, Volume 1. This doesn't reprint the 1950s series, which is what I'd really like to have. But this reprints the late 60s, early 70s series. And, I've always liked Phantom Stranger. So, like I said, for a couple of bucks, why not? All right. Got Justice League, Volume 2. Reprints, I think, number 18 through, I can't remember what the last one is. Like number 39 or 40, something like that. Anyway, good Silver Age stuff. Batman, illustrated by Neil Adams. $3. And hardcover. These were Heck, these were $50 books when they came out. Also got volume 2. Alright, let's see here. Also got Justice League volume 4, The Grid. Again, this is part of the New 52. You know, it's a hardcover for a couple of bucks. Why not? Justice League, The Tornado's Path. I've already read, this one. This one's pretty freaking cool. Basically, the Red Tornado gets defeated's not even the word for it. He gets tore the frick apart is what he gets. And anyway, they have to rebuild him, and it's a great story. If you can find this cheap, I'd pick it up. Superman in the 50s. Reprints some of the iconic 1950s Superman stories. It's got the first Supergirl, the first Titano, the first Brainiac, several other really cool stories in it. Didn't find Superman in the 60s, but I got Superman in the 70s. This one is, I haven't read it yet. I've kind of glanced through it. It's got some really nice stuff in it. You know, stuff I remember reading when I was a little fella, and I'm sure this is going to be something I'll enjoy reading. All right. See if I can reach these other ones here. Got Batman Private Case Book. This reprints some of the latter issues of the first Detective Comics series. You know, I think I've actually got these, but this is pretty cool to have just to, you know, pull out and read when you rather than have to go through my boxes. Got Green Lantern, Volume 5, Test of Will, hardcover. Hard cover. And this one picked up Volume 6. This is a reprint of The Life Equation. Reading the back of this, I mean, number one, it had me when I saw Sinestro on the cover. But reading this includes the New Gods. This includes Darkseid, the Guardians, and Sinestro. I mean, you can't beat that with a big old stick. So, thought I'd pick that one up. Got The Unknown Soldier, Volume 2. Got Volume 1 on my shelf. But, you know, again, this is cool to have because you don't have to pull out the old issues and try to find them in your boxes. So, Jonah Hex, Volume 2. Got Volume 1 over on my shelf. Picked this one up because, well, again, good to have so you don't have to pull out the old issues. Had never seen this before. It's called Batman Unwrapped. And this is the Rest in Peace story by Grant Morrison. This is reprinted. This is printed the story directly from the pencils. And it's a hardcover. It was like I don't know, let's see. It was a $35 book, and I think I got it for like $3. I mean, again, you can't beat that. And lastly, I have to back up for this one. Cover story, the DC Comics art of Brian Boland. This one I had to spend a little more for. It was $4. Anyway, it's got some of the cool, it's got, you know, if you're a Brian Boland fan, this is the book for you. I mean, it's got Wonder Woman, it's got Batman, it's got the Invisibles. I mean, you name it. It's got all of that stuff in it. And it gives a little insight into the different covers and things. You know, Boland gives some, you know, tips on the drawing and different things like that, what inspired the image. And different things. Just really, really cool. Really, really cool. And not only that, when you take the dust jacket off, you got that. I mean, unbelievable line work. I mean, just detailed stuff. Great. Just really, really, really great. Anyway, that's my haul. I think I got one more that I may have forgotten to. I'm pretty sure I forgot to get it. Well, I did forget to get it out because it's not on here. Don't know where it is. I think my son might be reading it. It was Showcase Presents the Atom Volume 2. It reprints some of the Silver Age Atom stories from like number 18 up through like number 39 or 40, something like that. That one's really not anything to write home about. I've already read that one. There's some good stories in it, and there's some stories in it that are just absolutely putrid. It's no secret why that series didn't last. Gardner Fox, bless his heart, may have written some good Golden Age stuff, but by the time that series came around, he was more or less done. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, etc. and so forth. See you next time, guys.